When it comes to wired networks, the only two things that matter are speed and stability. And if you're not testing your Ethernet with a proper cable tester, you're just guessing. So today, I'm going to show you exactly how to test your Ethernet cables the right way. And more importantly, how to spot a bad cable before it slows down your entire network. This is the Netally Linkrunner AT1500, an all-copper cable tester. And this thing makes testing cables fast, effective, and easy. If you're interested in the AT1500, the product link is listed below. So in this video, we're going to test our cables for link speed, and we're going to verify layers 1 through 7. We'll check cable integrity. We'll use wire mapping to find out where these cables actually go. And then we can view, analyze, and share the results on the Link Live website. That's right, the AT1500 automatically uploads results. This feature is a game changer for networking and IT professionals. In addition, I'll give you 4 important reasons why you should test your Ethernet cables. And lastly, we'll go over common myths about Ethernet cables that cost people time and money. And just in case you forgot, I'm Michael Scott, and not the one from the office.
These are our demands. This is what we want. Our balls are in your court.
Let's get started. Here's a closer look at the AT1500. Up top we have an auto test, we have an easy wired test, and we have a cable test. Down below we have Link Live, the App Store, and the guide. I think these are video guides right here. On the side here, you'll notice I have a Wi-Fi USB adapter. This allows the AT1500 to connect to the internet. However, the USB Wi-Fi is not very good. Actually, it's pretty inconsistent. So I recommend using an Ethernet cable to connect to the internet. And this connection will upload all your tests to the internet. Pretty cool. On the side of the unit, we have a Type-C connection for charging, and the battery inside this unit lasts about 8 hours with a full charge. However, instead of using this Type-C connection to charge, you can use a PoE connection like this. Go to Auto Test, and you want to go to General Settings, and you want to make sure Charge Battery with PoE is enabled. By default, it's disabled. So make sure to enable it. That way, when you're on the road, you can have the AT1500 charged with the PoE connection. Very cool. Also on the side here is a LAN port, and at the top is a LAN port as well. The first test we're going to do is a cable test. So let's test this cable right here and see if everything's okay. Simply plug in one end to this side right here, and then one end at the top, like that. Just like that. Next, click on Cable Test, and then just hit Start. And this process takes about 3 or 4 seconds. And as you can see, this cable is bad. Pin number 4 and pin number 7 are broken. Now we're going to try a different cable and see if this one's any good. We'll plug one in there, and we plug one in here. So there we go, and we'll start again. All the pins are correct, everything looks good, so this cable passes. Very good. And now there's other settings as well, so let's go to Flash Port. So from here we can flash the port it's connected to, and we can control the speed of the flash as well, from slow to fast. Alright, now it's time to perform the auto test. We're going to check for link speed and verify layers 1 through 7. So one end of the cable is plugged at the top, and the other end is plugged into our switch. And simply hit the button there, then hit Start. This takes about 5 or 6 seconds. We'll get link speed, we're going to get nearest switch, DHCP, DNS, our gateway, and then lastly we'll get ping. So at the top we have 1 gig speeds. Even though we have 2 gig fiber, this tester maxes out at 1 gig. However, the switch you can see is a 2.5 gig switch. And this right here shows the nearest switch. We get all the information there. Hit the back button, and DHCP. Information here. You get the back button. DNS, which is Cloudflare. I love it, by the way. Use Cloudflare, it's very good. And back button. Okay. Gateway. And then there's our ping. And we're at 12 milliseconds. There we go. And if you want, you can do it again. You can do a retest. This takes about 6-7 seconds. Very fast, it's easy, and very effective. All right, here is auto test settings right here. You can upload your connection log to Link, and I'm going to do that. So that's enabled. You can also set up different profiles, maybe one for PoE, maybe one for regular connections. And here's the easy wired. There we go. This shows the connection right here. Gives you kind of a visual. I like that. It's the same information you get from the auto test, pretty much. And then after we do all our testing here, it goes back to the Link Live account, which I'll show you on the computer. So now we're going to perform wire mapping to find out where the socket actually goes. This is how you use the wire map. So I plugged the wire map into the RJ45 socket in my office. You want to use this when you have an unknown wall jack, and you have no idea where that cable goes behind the wall. So we have one in our office, and I plugged one into the port, and then I went to my network panel and pulled the wire and plugged it in. Now I hit cable test and hit start, and we'll see if this is the right one. Yep, and one right there. Now if it didn't show this, I'd have to change wires until I found it by unplugging these wires and plugging in here. And then once I find it, I know which cable goes where. Wire mapping is a must when you have a new office or home and you have no idea where the wires go. It's a fantastic feature. Now we're going to test for a PoE connection. So let's go up here to PoE. All right, so now I'll show you what a PoE. There we go. We're plugged into a PoE switch, and we should see some PoE. There we go, information. There we go. So you'll see here has the class with the voltage. You have 52.3 volts. Tells us what the switch is here. ECW 336. We are 1 gig. Like I said, this is a maximum 1 gig. I've got 2 gig speeds here. I believe the Linkrunner 10 gig unit tests up to 10 gig. However, this unit and the AT3000 and AT4000 only test up to 1 gig. But it does show the 2.5 gig, the port. So we'll go back to the computer or on my phone and look on my email, and we'll see all this information from all our tests. And by the way, this unit is very lightweight. I'm guessing it's about a pound, maybe 2 pounds, if that. So yeah, very lightweight, very portable, very durable. Back here, everything is really durable and rugged. You got venting here for the heat. Yep, very nice. Like I said before though, the USB Wi-Fi, not very consistent. As a matter of fact, it says I'm connected right here, but when I go on to connect, it will actually unconnect for some reason. So best way to do it though is connect Ethernet from your network into the port right here, and that gets the best connection. So, yep. So guys and gals, if you're interested in Linkrunner AT1500, links are below. And by the way, it's an awesome unit. I've got the AT3000 as well, and it's fantastic. And that unit has a fiber connection for testing for fiber. So now here are 4 important reasons why you should test your Ethernet cables. First, speed means nothing without stability. Everyone loves talking about speed, but none of that matters if your cable has split pairs, high resistance, bad crimps, or random drops. And here's the truth, a bad cable won't always completely fail. Sometimes it just gives you random packet loss, higher latency, speed fluctuations, or disconnects during gaming. And those are the worst issues to diagnose and impossible without a quality tester. Alright, reason number 2 is because cheap or fake cables exist. I've tested Cat7 cables that were basically relabeled Cat6 inside. This is primarily because Cat7 is not an officially recognized standard by the TIA, EIA. This lack of oversight allows manufacturers to label almost any cable as Cat7 without facing legal or regulatory repercussions. And here's the truth, marketing doesn't move data. Copper quality, solid plug connections, and proper shielding does. And testing confirms, is it actually wired correctly? Is the link negotiating at the correct speed? The truth is, don't trust the box or label, verify for yourself. Okay, reason number 3, because bad terminations are common. If you crimp your own RJ45 connectors, and I know a lot of you do, mistakes happen. Trust me, I've made them too. Too much untwist, wrong wire order, jacket not seated properly, and pins not fully pierced. A quality tester catches that instantly. Okay, reason number 4, because network issues compound to your entire network. One weak cable in your network chain can affect gaming ping, introduce jitter, cause PoE devices to fail, and force a switch port to downgrade to 100 megabits per second. It's like one bad tire on a car. The whole ride feels off. And guys and gals, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thanks. Before we go any further, let's clear up a few Ethernet myths. Myth number 1, if it lights up, it's fine. This one drives me crazy. Your router port lights up, your switch shows activity, your PC says connected, you assume the cable is good. Nope. Ethernet will often still link, even with a split pair, marginal termination, excessive untwist, and/or damaged copper. It may connect at 1 gig, but behave like it's struggling. That's where testers like the LRAT 1500 matter. They don't just check connection, they check correctness, and there's a big difference. Myth number 2 is a $10 tester is the same as a professional tester. Look, basic continuity testers have their place. They'll give you the basic stuff. Pin 1 goes to pin 1, pin 2 goes to pin 2, etc. But that's it. But they won't tell you if the pairs are split, if the cable negotiated down to 100 megabits per second, if PoE voltage is unstable, if there's excessive length, and if the switch port is configured correctly. It's like checking if a car starts versus checking engine compression. Both are tests, but one tells you way more. Myth number 3, Cat7 is always better. So just because a cable says Cat7 doesn't mean it's certified, or it's shielded correctly, or even real. I have opened Cat7 cables that were barely twisted properly and unshielded, and they definitely weren't Cat7. And thorough testing exposes that marketing hype. If a cable doesn't negotiate correctly or fails a wire map, the label doesn't even matter. Myth number 4, if it works for gaming, it's fine. This one hits close to home. You might say, I'm getting 20 milliseconds of ping, I'm all good. But you could still have micropacket loss, retransmissions, unstable PoE to access points, and random drops. And those small issues stack up, especially for online gaming. Testing lets you eliminate physical layer doubt. When your cables are confirmed good, you move up the troubleshooting chain confidently. Myth number 5, brand name means it's perfect. Even expensive cables can fail. And factory terminated cables can be crimped poorly. Even pre-made patch cables can have internal damage from shipping. Testing isn't about distrust, it's about verification. Myth number 6, you should only test cables when something breaks. This is probably the biggest mistake. Testing should happen after terminating cables, before closing walls, when installing new racks, when upgrading switches, and when deploying PoE devices. Testing is preventative. It's like checking torque on lug nuts before driving 70 miles an hour. Myth number 7, all 8 wires connected means full performance. Not necessarily. Ethernet relies on twisted pairs working together correctly. A split pair can pass continuity, still show all 8 wires, but perform poorly under load. This is where advanced testers matter. The Linkrunner AT1500 will detect those issues that cheap testers completely miss. I used to assume cables were the last thing to blame, but now cables are the first thing I verify. Because once you eliminate the physical layer, everything else becomes easier to diagnose, and your network becomes something you trust, not something you babysit. And with the LRAT 1500, it's quick, simple, and pain-free. If you're interested in the AT1500, the product link is listed below. So guys and gals, thanks for watching, and make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And for God's sakes, smash the bell icon. And I'll see you in the next video real soon. Peace.